Hello everybody, welcome back to W12 Universe. You are watching SmackDown. I am your host, Chich, San Diego, California. It is time for one big way to kick off the show. As you may recall, last week on SmackDown, The Miz ambushed The Rock with a steel pipe. No, sorry, not a steel pipe. Sorry, there's a lot of steel pipes being used. The Miz ambushed The Rock with the WWE Championship, smacking him across the face with it. The Rock has said, "You want to cross me? That's fine." But he went straight to the back and he said, "I think I have what it takes to take the WWE Championship away from The Miz before his reign even gets started." Teddy Long, the SmackDown General Manager, said he likes the sound of that. He'd like to see that happen. And that is why tonight The Rock is going one-on-one with The Miz. And if The Rock is able to defeat The Miz, then at Survivor Series in 4 weeks' time, it will be a triple threat match for the WWE Championship between The Miz, The Rock, and Stone Cold Steve Austin. Stone Cold Steve Austin, of course, by that means, I should mention, is confirmed to be getting a rematch at Survivor Series. Whether The Rock wins tonight or not, it will just either be The Miz versus The Rock one-on-one, or it will be The Miz, The Rock, and Stone Cold in a triple threat match. Either way, The Miz's WWE Championship reign may be over before it ever really got started. He has got some real big names coming for that championship real fast. I don't know how he plans on surviving an onslaught like that, but he seems to think he's got away. I'm gonna just let this one happen.
The WWE Universe is still in shock over the events from last Sunday's Bragging Rights pay-per-view.
The Miz was the first to be eliminated at Bragging Rights, so he really did not do himself any favors competing in that triple threat champion of champions match. Admittedly, Sheamus only ended up lasting about a minute longer than The Miz overall, but it was still The Miz who got eliminated first with one of those WMD punches from the ECW champion Big Show, who eliminated both men in the match to make himself the superior champion of champions amongst the three of them. The Miz has got big plans for the future. He plans on dominating and tearing through everyone that steps in his way. And he really thinks he's got what it takes to beat the likes of The Rock, to beat the likes of Stone Cold Steve Austin. He is feeling very confident in himself. Speaking of the Misfits, though, tonight in our main event, you can look forward to John Morrison defending his Intercontinental Championship. Almost 30 days have been up for all three champions within the Misfits. However, we aren't going to stack this show with championship defenses. We'll simply have one tonight. Maybe another one next week. Maybe another one the week after that.
These competitors will always be looking to unleash their
and here tonight it is John Morrison who's got the spotlight, as he is defending the Intercontinental Championship against the former champion, as there is currently no other contenders determined. So despite only having held the championship for 2 days, Booker T does get an opportunity against Morrison tonight, and I think it is quite well deserved, because when you think about it, yes, Booker T was only champion for 2 days, but Booker T has a lot of momentum behind him. He's got a lot more wins and nowhere near as many losses, to my knowledge. I think that he is definitely deserving of an Intercontinental Championship opportunity in tonight's main event. As well as that, we've got Mark Henry once again in singles competition. Rey Mysterio's tag team partner Eddie Guerrero says he doesn't take too kindly to what Mark Henry did to Rey Mysterio last week here on SmackDown, so he's challenged Mark to a one-on-one match here tonight. Should be a very interesting one-on-one matchup for sure. And that is what we've got coming your way for SmackDown tonight. I did have a plan for the next match, but I don't remember what it was, so right now I'm going to say that I didn't, because nothing is springing to mind. I think it might have been more like an enhancement match, like one of those, like, use some people match, rather than your typical kind of main event-ish match. Because, I mean, we got a stacked roster, but there are people that need using amongst it still. I haven't been getting a whole lot of highlights lately. Just trying to think who it could have been. think it was going to be a tag team contenders match. That sounds about right. It would be the D-Generation X up against someone else, but I can't remember who. Realistically, they shouldn't have to compete in a contenders match. I'm going to throw that out the window. I think next week on SmackDown we'll see a tag team title match between DX and Tyson Kidd and Christian. As it is about time they got their rematch, quite frankly. Oh my god. This is generally the kind of match you'd see in the main event of SmackDown, but The Rock didn't want to waste any time getting his hands on The Miz after what he did to him last week. Miz had no business attacking The Rock, no reason to attack The Rock. The Rock was simply riding a little bit of momentum after returning from injuries, and The Miz decided to target him and smack him in the face with the championship just to steal the spotlight as he made a big statement for his upcoming match against Mick Foley, and I hope that it was worth it because I think The Rock is going to be really a force to be reckoned with. That being said though, The Miz has actually put him in his place quite a bit, but we've said The Rock seems to have a little bit of ring rust. Something's not been quite right with him lately. For such a big star, such a legend, he's really not been competing on the level that we're used to. Oh boy, The Miz looking for that signature neck breaker, and he got it. Is he really going to beat The Rock?
You can feel the bad blood flowing between these rivals in this match.
No disrespect intended to The Miz, I'd just be a little surprised. I know he's the current reigning WWE champion, but there's just something about him beating The Rock one-on-one tonight that would just surprise me. I feel like it would be an upset victory, despite him being the champion. But at the moment, I guess that's what it's all about for The Miz. It's about proving that he deserves to be the champion. It's about making sure that he doesn't have to go through The Rock and Austin at Survivor Series. Although, admittedly, if I were The Miz, and I knew I didn't stand a chance against either one of the two, I'd at least lose this match so that I knew they could wear each other out, and then you could maybe pick the scraps in that match at Survivor Series, rather than having to go through both at 100%. I mean, sorry, having to go through Austin at 100% on his own. Because I'd rather The Rock was there weakening Austin, and then you pick your spot, rather than having to go through Austin one-on-one. I think The Miz is really signing his own death wish by saying he wants to, well, he can beat Austin. I know he holds a pinfall victory over him in the record books, but I don't think it's the kind you should be proud of.
This match has been 100 miles an hour since the opening bell.
The Rock now looking to work over the knee of The Miz, and he does. He does work it over.
Oh, look at this.
And now for a big-time Samoan drop. Falling backwards is an incredible move.
Oh, look out.
Miz slowly lifting Rock up. Okay, he hit him with the Justin Gabriel. I know Justin Gabriel actually throws them off the shoulder, but still. Rock now got his up to his feet. We continue to see a back and forth between these two. Strikes the arm of The Rock. Is tying up the left arm of The Rock, and as he's going for a pump handle. Gut buster. Why went to say something about knees? I mean, I guess technically because the knee went to the gut, so that's why it's a gut buster. Miz is really giving it his all tonight. I gotta say, The Rock, though, standing out here tonight. He's been waiting for this opportunity against a world champion. And spine buster could be the beginning of the end for The Miz. The Rock is measuring the WWE champion. You do not want to take a loss on your road to Survivor Series after bragging rights. But I think that's oh, never mind. Rock went to grab the arm of The Miz to drag him to the center of the ring, and The Miz just kind of popped up. Yeah, after a night like bragging rights, where you were kind of the laughing stock of the three world champions, and you didn't prove any different to what the doubters were saying, you really don't want to take a loss to The Rock as well. Someone who's only just come back on the scene, whose win-loss record hasn't always been the most favorable. This is not a loss that The Miz can afford, but he's just not quite getting in the offense I expected him to.
And there's the submission. Can he fight out? Watch it.
It's a very competitive way to kick off SmackDown, but then I suppose it was gonna be. You look at the star power of who was thrown into the opening matchup. Teddy Long, interesting move, making this the show starter, and The Rock going for the pinfall. Don't forget, he did hit that rock bottom earlier, and yep, there you go. Just like that, The Rock is not only back in the scene, but he is competing for the WWE Championship at Survivor Series alongside Stone Cold Steve Austin. A triple threat match in 4 weeks' time for the WWE Championship, and I believe The Rock is about ready to lay the smackdown on The Miz and capture his first championship. A highly anticipated, very well paid top star here on SmackDown, finally getting his money's worth with this victory. But will he have what it takes to go through Stone Cold Steve Austin and The Miz at the same time? That is the question.
What a huge win this was.
The Rock... Oh, wait, hold on. Brie Bella? The manager of Justin Gabriel, who The Rock beat last... Oh, hold on a minute! Uh-oh. Trouble in Paradise with Justin Gabriel. I mean, The Rock, I guess, obviously impressed Brie a little bit when he beat Gabriel last week. This could be real trouble for Gabriel. Uh-oh. Well, as we continue to anticipate Survivor Series, we got to look a little sooner than that. This is an interesting matchup, a contenders match for the WWE Tag Team Championship. However, the winning tag team will not compete at Survivor Series for the Tag Team Championships, but rather the Friday before Survivor Series. Of course, Survivor Series already getting quite a stacked card. It's looking to be a pretty big show as it is. You know, you got the likes of the Women's and the Divas Championships on the line as Beth Phoenix and Karma face off against each other. A Survivor Series style matchup from ECW Raw and SmackDown. The WWE Championship triple threat match. The ECW Championship one-on-one match between Big Show and Kane. The World Heavyweight Championship, which is yet to be decided how it's going to be on the line. And I believe there was something else, but I'm not entirely sure now. Yeah, it's already looking to be a pretty stacked show, so the tag team titles can't be on the line. So instead, here tonight, we are finding out the contenders for Survivor Series week. And look who it is! Justin Gabriel finally remembering that he has a tag team partner. He doesn't seem to be too happy on the way to the ring here tonight, and I can tell you exactly why if you missed it somehow. Don't know how you got to this point without seeing it, but his manager, Brie Bella, who would generally lead him to victory, is, I've just noticed, not here at ringside with Justin Gabriel tonight. She left with her arm hooked to The Rock, who beat Justin Gabriel last week. This is an interesting turn of events. This is the first Gabriel match we've seen in a while where Brie Bella has not been at ringside. Uh-oh. That can very much be, like... That could be a career changer for Justin Gabriel. A lot of his success has been based upon having Brie Bella in his career, but here tonight he's finally remembering that he has a tag team partner as well as they're competing in a contenders match. Of course, if you're the light heavyweight champion here on SmackDown, you are allowed to compete for other championships, but upon being successful, you can either be a dual champion or forfeit the light heavyweight title. So Gabriel has every right to compete for this.
Just driven to the floor.
Be interesting to see either one of these two teams up against Tyson Kidd and Christian, especially the combination of Zack Ryder and Alex Riley, who, as we know, are the former tag team champions of the Misfits. It'd be interesting to see the former tag team champions up against the current from the Misfits. I guess the designated tag team, if I had to like label them as anything. It'd be very interesting to see which combination is the superior, if the Misfits really do have it better these days. I mean, the proof's in the pudding, at least for now. This past Sunday at Bragging Rights, it was the WWE Tag Team Champions Tyson Kidd and Christian that got the victory over the World Tag Team Champions Wade Barrett and William Regal. In fact, if you want to look at the points system for this gang warfare that was kind of the second branding for the show, I believe the Misfits were the ones that came out. No, they did not come out on top. In fact, there was no winner. Sorry, my mistake. There was no definitive better faction. In the first match, the World Tag Team Champions Wade Barrett and William Regal from the United Kingdom lost to Tyson Kidd and Christian from the Misfits. And in the second match, Drew McIntyre from the United Kingdom defeated the Misfits' John Morrison. And in the main event between Sheamus and The Miz, neither of them won. Big Show won. I suppose if you want to look at it in a numbers game, the Tag Team Champions won, which is 2 people. So I guess, statistically speaking, in terms of how many people got wins, the Misfits won, but realistically they both only had 1 win each.
And now he's back out on the apron. Once again, you are watching WWE on Network TV.
Up next we got Eddie Guerrero and Mark Henry one-on-one. Eddie Guerrero standing the ground for his tag team partner and personal friend, Rey Mysterio. Good guy, that Eddie Guerrero.
And he fights out of it. He breaks the hold.
You know, there's just so much at stake for these teams in this match. A win in this one is absolutely huge.
Choking out Heath Slater. Just hoping Gabriel's actually got Slater's back. I know right now I can understand and respect Gabriel's mind is going to be swimming a little bit. His manager and I don't know what more they had going on, but Brie Bella was definitely not interested in Justin Gabriel tonight. You know, The Rock, a lot of people think he's a handsome man and a very talented wrestler. And
Not fast enough.
I guess Brie Bella just decided that she liked him a little more, at least tonight. This is Heath Slater's opportunity to prove himself. We've really not seen a lot of Slater lately. He's been very happy for Justin Gabriel. He's just been waiting for his opportunity. He says that Gabriel's not been picking up the phone. They've not been able to message over... it's 2010, shit, what do people use? They've not been able to message over BlackBerry Messenger. BBM, as people call it for short. But... you know, he tried messaging him on MSN. And Justin Gabriel not responding. He's tried everything he can to reach out to his buddy, his bro, but Gabriel's been a little bit too caught up in being the light heavyweight champion and Brie Bella, I guess, but I think one of those things might be slipping out of his grasp.
Justin Gabriel is so exciting. You never know what you're going to see in his matches.
Gabriel's got to be careful, because if he takes a loss to Alex Riley and Zack Ryder, I mean, Ryder is easily a contender for the light heavyweight championship, considering he's a 2-time cruiserweight champion. That is someone who is definitely a big threat to your championship reign. 2-time cruiserweight champion, need I repeat, 2-time. The longest reigning combined days with that championship. Zack Ryder has really made a name for himself back in that division. So that is not someone that I think Gabriel wants to suffer a loss to tonight, because it's not just a tag team contenders loss that comes out of his grasp in the end. Big neck breaker by Gabriel. Zack Ryder just keeps popping up to his feet. He is full of fight. What an eye rake. Still to come tonight, our main event, a one-on-one matchup between John Morrison and Booker T. Let's not forget, Morrison won the Intercontinental Championship from Booker T by pinning Rey Mysterio in a triple threat match. He did not actually ever beat Booker T one-on-one. So this should be an interesting one-on-one match, and probably a little more justifiable for why Booker T is getting this opportunity as well tonight.
Justin Gabriel has tremendous tenacity.
The interesting SmackDown it's been so far, though. The Rock qualifying for the WWE Championship match at Survivor Series, where Stone Cold Steve Austin will be back in action competing for the WWE Championship. He's been taking a few weeks off, as you know. Took some serious damage back at Hell in a Cell when he was 4-on-1 assaulted, by Christian, The Miz, John Morrison, and John Cena. Miz has been making the most of every moment that Austin has been gone, but at Survivor Series, it's going to be a series of trying to survive for The Miz, if I had to guess.
Tag team contest underway. Both of these teams have been very game so far. There's the tag.
Corner actually tagging in Slater. I mean, the chemistry still seems to be there. Perhaps Gabriel realized what he was missing out on.
These are great competitors.
These are great competitors. Slater with a very nice move there as he takes control of the matchup. And instead of keeping that control, he's taking it back to his corner, I think, to hand it over to Justin Gabriel. But Riley was quick to reverse.
Each and every one of them are having a great time tonight. He may be intent on breaking the arm.
What a shot from Riley. Oh, look at this.
It's about time we saw some of the tag teams on SmackDown back in the ring, raring to go. You know, I've been hearing a lot from the likes of like the Road Warriors, Animal and Hawk, been dying to get back in the ring. The Altitude Alliance, former WWE Tag Team Champions Evan Bourne and Kofi Kingston, again, been dying to get back in the ring. SmackDown's been a little bit mixed up with the crew and the Misfits just lately, so we haven't really seen a lot from the tag team divisions. But it looks like they're trying to get back into this, as Heath Slater almost got the victory there for the team. Boy, would I have been proud. I love Heath Slater. What a great guy.
Alex Riley told me earlier tonight he has
I call him A-Ry because it helps capture his intensity.
When Riley stops me to talk, all I want to do is go.
It's time to rage. As here comes the tag. Zack Ryder and Justin Gabriel both in at the same time, completely fresh to the match. We're about to hit the 9-minute mark of this matchup. Neither one of these two teams really slowing down. That's the beauty of a tag team match. As soon as one gets worn out, another one can come right in. Off the ropes. Poorly executed in connection, though. And a Northern Lights suplex. That won Jack Swagger a match last Sunday. Don't underestimate the power of a Northern Lights suplex.
What sheer determination.
A fever pitch is here in the WWE Universe.
I don't hear anything.
Oh, look out!
And he makes the tag.
Tag made. A-Ry back in the ring.
Now he's back out on the apron.
Justin Gabriel is
Justin
just so
sucks. I mean, he has relied on Brie Bella quite a bit, so I can't really say if he is good or bad, but he is a former US champion, as well as light heavyweight champion. He's one of the most successful people here, other than Zack Ryder, who is a two-time cruiserweight champion and former WWE Tag Team champion. Also won a series of matches that determined the best tag team on SmackDown with Alex Riley. Quite an upset for them to lose here tonight to Heath Slater and Justin Gabriel. Yeah, that's right. Heath Slater and Justin Gabriel, when you remember the accolade of Zack Ryder and Alex Riley, but it's a possibility. Oh, there's the Rough Rider by Zack Ryder. Normally the beginning of the end in any match of his, but obviously tonight he's going for the big knee instead. Because that is a far superior option.
We saw it all in this match, King, and those repeated blows to the skull have definitely taken their toll. Look,
Finishes are for softening your opponent, not beating them. Everybody knows that. Everybody. Gabriel laying out as Zack Ryder just kind of stood by his tag team partner, and in comes Heath Slater. Gabriel experiencing a little bit of frustration, I think, in this matchup. Noticing that Brie Bella still has not returned. Something tells me she's not going to.
out. I'm not sure, but with a miss like that, I'm wondering if he has something in his eye. Hang on. Would you look at this? Fighting and clawing with every fiber of his being, refusing to submit.
Oh, very nice move there by Zack Ryder. Love it when they hook the arms.
Blocked.
Ah.
Heath Slater takes a hard shot.
Very competitive tag team matchup. There's no real telling what it means for the contendership of the tag team titles, though, if this match ends in a time up. Don't really have a definitive winner in that sense, I suppose, so we just kind of have to look again for some tag team contenders. Of course, Heath Slater's got Justin Gabriel to thank for him even being involved in a contenders match, whether he wants to or not. I mean, obviously, Heath Slater is such a humble, good, innocent young lad. He seems to just be happy for Justin Gabriel. I don't think there's any ingratefulness to anything that's been happening. Said it over several weeks, in fact, that Heath Slater was just saying, I hope I get my time in the ring soon. No, how dare Justin Gabriel succeed, though. Uh-oh, Heath Slater might tap out. Oh no, elbows his way out. Justin Gabriel's success as light heavyweight champion is what brought him to this dance tonight. And of course, for Alex Riley and Zack Ryder, they are the uncrowned tag team champions, technically speaking. Alex Riley got injured and The Miz stepped in for him and lost the tag team titles by abandoning Zack Ryder. So they never really lost the tag team titles, and that's what puts them in this match tonight. Neckbreaker by Heath Slater. And a jumping complete shot. Nobody does those better. Sweetness, I think he calls his one. And here's the cover, and Heath Slater and Justin Gabriel get the victory, with Heath Slater being the one that picks up the pinfall too. It's about time we saw these two working together. Tough loss for Alex Riley and Zack Ryder, who have been working real hard to get back in the ring as a tag team, and they got that opportunity tonight, but clearly a bit of ring rust for them as a team. Look at these two finally just broing out. It's about damn time, and in 3-4 weeks, I think 3 weeks time, the Friday before Survivor Series, these two will be competing for the WWE Tag Team Championship. Will it be against D-Generation X or Tyson Kidd and Christian? We find that out next week on SmackDown. But up next, what we're going to find out is if Eddie Guerrero can bring justice for Rey Mysterio when he goes one-on-one with Mark Henry.
Approaching the ring, from El Paso, Texas, weighing 228 pounds, Eddie Guerrero.
This man did an absolutely magnificent job against the Big Show over on ECW for the Hardcore Championship not that long ago. That's what brings him back to the dance here tonight on SmackDown. Eddie Guerrero looking to really shape things up and get back in the business, but more importantly than that right now, there's something else that matters to Eddie Guerrero, and that something else is the honor of his tag team partner, Rey Mysterio. That is what he is competing for tonight. He wants to honor his buddy, his tag team partner, and he wants to do it by putting Mark Henry in his place. Something that not a lot of people would do for their friend, their tag team partner, is step up to someone who is literally dubbed the world's strongest man and trying to take them down a peg just to stand up for your friend. Like, I think that says a lot about Eddie Guerrero, quite frankly. I guess we'll see exactly what it is that he's got in mind for how he plans to bring his A-game against Mark Henry tonight, because he's going to need nothing less than the very best he's got to offer. And again, he managed to go toe-to-toe with the Big Show, and that's probably the most destructive force in the business right now.
And his opponent, from Silsbee, Texas, weighing 418 pounds, he is the world's strongest man, Mark Henry.
Something so devious, so deceptive about the smile and the strut of Mark Henry as he comes to the ring. Almost sickening. The guy just seems to be in such a good mood, so happy as he knows he's about to head down to the ring and potentially injure someone. I mean, I guess this would be his happy place, though. Interesting to see if Eddie Guerrero is in fact going to get his ass kicked. I'm not so sure. I think you shouldn't underestimate the power of Eddie Guerrero. Important night for the crew here tonight as Eddie Guerrero goes one-on-one with Mark Henry, and up next Booker T tries to recapture some gold for the crew, who recently lost both the Intercontinental and Light Heavyweight Championships in a single night. The crew, however, don't seem to be all about the gold, quite frankly. They go for it, but Mark Henry has actually never set his sights on a championship. For him, it's simply about destruction. It's every other member in the crew that's gone for titles. Interestingly enough. This is not going to be an easy one for Eddie, that's for sure. You saw the look of concern on his face there as he got wrenched up. Trying to connect with each strike as Henry kept stepping back, and I mean, he got one eventually. Eddie off the ropes! Oh, no. I just like the games where when I press reverse, I know I'm going to get a reversal. Call me weird. Trying to phase Henry off of his feet.
I don't think so. Oh my gosh, did you see his head? Uh-oh.
Oh my god, there you go. That's exactly the proof of the strength of Eddie Guerrero. That's what you gotta... Oh, that was amazing. He went running into him and just boom, right on the floor. That was so cool.
This one continues to go back and forth.
These are great competitors, great, tremendous gladiators here in WWE.
Tremendous gladiators. Mark Henry, Eddie Guerrero.
With his strength, I'm not sure anybody wants to step into the ring against Mark Henry.
And Eddie taking a second here.
How much fun is Eddie having?
Asking for a timeout.
How many people are in this world, Michael?
I don't know. I think it's nearly 7 billion.
Well, think about this. Mark Henry.
Eddie Guerrero catching Mark Henry perfectly there with a monkey flip. That's exactly what he is all about.
Oh, look out!
How much pain must that neck be in now?
Monkey flips. That's what Eddie Guerrero is all about. That's not what I meant. You know what I meant.
Here on Friday Night SmackDown, and we're still rolling. Oh my God!
Big boot. You really heard that one. An Enziguri head kick is big DDT connects on Mark Henry, and Eddie Guerrero going in for the quick desperation pin there. Clearly, bounces off the ropes, and oh, even with the momentum of the ropes, he wasn't able to knock Mark Henry off his feet with one of those.
Well, he doesn't hide it. He promotes the fact that he lies. He watch it, and he powers out.
Henry just wiping his ass for a minute, you know, as you do.
What a great match we have here on Friday Night SmackDown.
Big elbow to the face.
Eddie Guerrero has held so many titles. He's competed all around.
Guerrero trying so hard to weaken down Mark Henry, but oh, the fight in this guy. And what's freaky is every time you see a glimpse of him on the camera, he's freaking smiling again.
Not fast enough.
Loves it. Loves hurting people. Oh no. Oh my god. Oh my god. Don't underestimate the strength of Eddie Guerrero.
These competitors are giving it everything they have. I love SmackDown.
What? Why the line about SmackDown specifically? Not just like WWE or wrestling. It's like, I love SmackDown. Swipes him off, and Eddie Guerrero, nice takedown there. Trying to just play the speed game against Mark Henry.
WWE fans watching this match.
Leaps over again, leaps over again. Mark Henry just getting frustrated with the stylings of Eddie Guerrero. Up to the top rope. Oh, crashed and burned. Uh-oh. That's Mark Henry's version of leaping over someone again and again. That's his trademark thing. I mean, I've never known Eddie Guerrero to do that, but Just trying to psych him out, and obviously Mark Henry would much rather just punch someone in the face a good 5 times.
Oh, look at this.
Straight down to the knee.
Uh-oh, this is bad.
Oh, choking him out. Oh my god. The strength of Mark Henry there. Looking over that leg, and Mark Henry now going for the first pin attempt of the match. Eddie very quick to kick out. Showing what kind of fight he's got. And Mark Henry now taking complete control of Eddie Guerrero. Launches him over into the corner, and oh geez, Eddie Guerrero, well played. Hold up a second, where the hell did Cena come from? Whoa! Oh my, no way. Eddie Guerrero with a chair shot straight to the skull of Mark Henry. Referee slow, but there's your 3. Oh my god. Cena's back already and just cost Mark Henry this match big time. Wow, and now Cena maybe gonna lay into Mark Henry himself. I mean, maybe turn your back a second here. Say, oh, jeez, you hate to see it, but he kind of asked for it there. He didn't really do a whole lot to protect himself as Booker T just wailing on Cena. I guess this ain't over still. Wow. Of course, we return here on SmackDown. Booker T still in the ring, as you know. The main event for tonight was Booker T up against John Morrison for the Intercontinental Championship, but Booker T just laying waste to John Cena with that steel pipe. Had medical attention for Cena, who was literally put through a car window just 2 weeks ago here on SmackDown. I thought, wow, it's really great to see him back so soon, but that pipe might have taken him out for a little bit longer. Booker really laid into him with that.
From Los Angeles, California, weighing 224 pounds, he is the Intercontinental Champion, John Morrison.
John Morrison coming on down here tonight for his first Intercontinental Championship reign. Able to brag that he has held that championship 10 times longer than Booker T, over 10 times longer than Booker T. I believe this is day 26 of his Intercontinental Championship reign. Which, if you give me just a moment, because I'm really slow with this kind of thing, that's 13 times the length of Booker T's 2-day reign. Don't know why it took me so long to figure that out. 13 times 2 is 26. It really shouldn't have been that hard. John Morrison, 13 times the champion Booker T is in his mind. I don't think the fans are really in support of either of these guys tonight, but Booker T, I mean, he's the contender for the Intercontinental Championship. Next week, the Misfits will continue to defend their championships on SmackDown, as we'll have a tag team match, 2-on-2, Christian and Tyson Kidd up against the likes of, excuse me, sorry, just randomly caught a sniff, up against the likes of, D-Generation X. I don't know why I struggled so much to say their name there. Shawn Michaels and Triple H finally getting that rematch next week on SmackDown. I've been informed that in 2 weeks' time, The Miz may lose his right to even walk in to Survivor Series with the WWE Championship, as Stone Cold Steve Austin will be invoking his rematch clause ahead of Survivor Series. So we'll be getting a one-on-one match between Stone Cold Steve Austin and The Miz for the WWE Championship. It's literally going to be a Misfits title defense closing out every week here on SmackDown, and it could be the beginning of the end for their reign on top, just like that. My god, I love this Morrison attire. Sorry, I just wanted to pat myself on the back a second there. I really like this one. I did that. I made that. I mean, I didn't make it, I colored it, but I like the colors I went for, okay? I'm proud of it. Just looking at it like, wow, that is really nice to look at. I did make some superstar threads for Booker T, by the way. He's got 3 attires, I think. Might be 2, I can't remember. But the only reason you haven't seen those yet is simply because Story Designer has a thing where if you use custom attires, it has quite a high chance of crashing the entire console. and then you've got to restart it, and then all the story that you made gets deleted. I had to make the cutscene that you guys will have seen before this 4 times this morning before it actually let me use it, because I had to just get rid of everyone's custom attires. So he does have some. They just haven't appeared yet.
Parkour being the art of movement, allowing Morrison to do things unlike anybody else in the WWE.
We've received word from Teddy Long, who has made a big statement here tonight after what we just witnessed. It says, if John Cena is medically cleared to compete by Survivor Series, then he's found his Survivor Series match, the traditional 3-on-3 that is, as he has declared that it is going to be the Crew, Mark Henry, Booker T, and R-Truth up against the team of John Cena, Rey Mysterio, and Eddie Guerrero. So there you have it. SmackDown Survivor Series match has been decided. That just leaves Raw's now. Big kick to the arm from Booker T as he's trying to recapture that Intercontinental Championship. I mean, there's been a hell of a flame ignited under Booker T since his debut. You know, he took a couple losses to begin with, but really stepping up his game. I was going to quickly find out what his win-loss record was in the middle of this. I think he's actually done pretty well for himself, Booker T. Yeah. Oh, hang on. Sorry. I've got a page open that constantly tells me to disable my ad blocker. 5-5 overall record. But here in the WWE, not any other company, he's 5-3. One of those losses was the Intercontinental title loss to John Morrison as well. The other this recent Sunday at Bragging Rights when he was eliminated by Jack Swagger. Second to last member of the Crew to be eliminated. Morrison going over and up and drop kick. That's a weird move to go for in that situation, don't you think, buddy? Cross body, but nobody home. And oh, we're having a moment here.
Booker T brings tremendous
experience. With a big time shove. Knee to the back and a leg sweep. It's going to be enough for John Morrison here. No.
Once again, this is for the Intercontinental Championship.
There's a great move by Morrison. Ah, look at this.
Booker T looking to be in some serious trouble here. John Morrison is all over him in this Intercontinental Championship match. Wow, that might be the first time this character model actually looked like Booker T when he was getting pinned there. I kind of saw it. That was weird.
And that one hurt his hand.
John Morrison 10-15. He's been really trying to turn his win-loss record around. This season he has gone 7-5, but the season prior 3-10. The Misfits in their new state seem to have really sparked something new. Something fresh and something successful in John Morrison. Up to his feet. Booker T fighting back big time here. Kick to the midsection. Got John Morrison in the corner. Big chop to the chest. Let's not forget Booker T with a huge pinfall victory last Sunday at Bragging Rights as he eliminated Kane, which really evened the odds for Team SmackDown.
Without question, there's no doubt about how prestigious the Intercontinental Championship is here in the WWE.
Morrison drops big Booker T with another neck breaker, and there's a beautifully executed moonsault. Is that going to be enough to get the job done on Booker T? Yeah, he looks like Booker T when he's being pinned. That's weird.
I can see people looking at the hair and physique of John Morrison and maybe thinking that this guy's all flash.
Booker T dazed, obviously taking quite a bit of damage in this match.
And this young man is extremely intelligent and very motivated. This is a grueling champ. Booker sizing him up.
Booker kicks him in the midsection. This is the move that eliminated Kane last Sunday at Bragging Rights, and John Morrison with a quick eye rake.
Feeling the side of his face here, Michael.
Well, from what we've seen, he could very well have a fractured jaw.
There it is again. Once again, that knee.
He's looking at it.
Morrison really gonna try and get it off here.
Morrison's caught him, man. Wow, what a move from Morrison.
Is that gonna be enough?
Cover here. 1, 2.
There you go. John Morrison's still the Intercontinental Champion, but I gotta say, a pretty game Booker T tonight. Credit where due. Maybe if he hadn't wasted effort wailing on Cena with a steel pipe, he would have been better. Well, he may not have done the Misfits and SmackDown proud this past Sunday at bragging rights against Drew McIntyre from the United Kingdom / Raw, but John Morrison here tonight is successful. He is still your Intercontinental Champion. Congratulations to Morrison, I guess. Not really a lot more I can say. Well done. You are still the champ. Oh, fuck off. See you guys on Raw. Bye-bye.